Welcome to the Reaver Express. My name is Matt, otherwise known as GrapeApe, and I am joined by the wonderful Order of the Chicken. We are down one member today, Siree, who is not going to be with us. Unfortunately, he had the very bad experience to put down his loved pet today. So if you see him on Facebook or Discord, send him a message with your thoughts, and our well wishes are with him. But we are returning for our second episode, and let's introduce our players this evening. Josh, let's start out with you.
Oh no, I'm Josh and I'm alcoholic. It's been wait, wrong meeting. I'm Josh. I'm going to be playing Agnar. He's a dwarf. He's grumpy. I don't model him after Grumpy actually, though that could have been. Is that a dwarf? Is that one of the seven dwarves?
That is one of the seven dwarves.
Huh. Who knew? No, actually, whatever. Right. So it's great being here. Yeah. You need anything else?
That's it. Basically who you are, what you're playing. Mark, how
hopefully
about
he's going to die soon. Yeah.
I hope so as well.
Yeah, we all do.
Mark, how are you doing?
Well, all right. I am playing Barclay again, our cleric, and yeah, I think hopefully we'll make it through this one. I think we've taken a little bit of beating so far, but hopefully I don't have to heal too much. But looking forward to it.
You guys might be able to find a spot to rest.
Mark, how are you with your goddess these days?
Reception has been a little challenging lately. Like sometimes she answers, sometimes she doesn't. I think I got a little on her bad side a little bit there with some disapproval. So
I think your disapproval's at 2 right now, so not too bad.
Not too bad.
Oracle's a big fan of Carpessa. They're pretty tight.
Lou, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great, but then I'm staring at this decrepit Roll20 map and thinking, man, what have I gotten myself into? Maybe I should have sat out another week, man. This place looks sick.
Well, I'm actually going to move you back over to the swamp because you missed the whole first entrance to the swamp map. Welcome back, Lou. You were gone last week. Tell us what character you're going to be playing.
All right, so I'm reprising my role as Vesici, the jeweler / thief. Who's always good for getting the group in a little bit of trouble. So I'm excited to see what we're into here tonight, folks. This who did that other map, man? I love maps, and that one was just real cool looking.
The other one with the black and white map?
Yeah, the one with the puddles and the broken stairs and all
that. I will tell you in a second as I scroll up to see who wrote it. But while I'm doing that, let's introduce Chris. How are you this evening, Chris?
Oh, we don't hear you.
Can't quite hear you, Chris.
Can't hear you.
No.
No sound. Now, we heard Lou great because Lou got a new microphone. I'm asking for a new microphone for Christmas, so hopefully you guys will hear me great as well.
Like a Blue Yeti or whatever they're called?
How's that?
There we go.
Great. I am returning as Quarrel the Elf. He of the 4 personality and 5 hit points. And he has not even had a chance to get the party in any trouble because they are more than capable of getting themselves in plenty of trouble.
Outstanding. And the map cartographer is either Dyson Logos or John Marr, the Purple Sorcerer himself. It's one of the 2 of them. They both did cartography for this module. And lastly, Sarah, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Happy it's Friday. I'm excited to play. I'll be playing Oracle, the halfling, and heading into this temple. I'm a little sad we don't have Daphne with us, but I think with Carpessa on our side, we should be okay. And Vesici's back in action, so let's do it.
So what do you...
Can we say that Daphne's taking like a sit out on this one?
She is with you guys, but she won't be active. So I'll figure up a story for her once we figure out what's going to happen. Maybe she went to chase the murder beak, see where it went.
Yeah.
But Lou, what are you saying? Are you saying you don't like my home-drawn maps right here?
Oh man, your maps are beautiful too, man. But I just that particular one, man, it just is on the screen and instant emotional reaction, you know. And that's great when a cartographer can do that, let alone an artist, right?
Here,
Well,
here.
you guys returned to Fallon and rested, I think, for one night before you were heading up toward the cave to try to find Reza Razenham, still following the breadcrumbs from that list of names that you got off the bandits. As you went up to the north after returning to canoes, you were approached by this fog beast once you got into the swamp and the fens itself. And since Lou hasn't seen it yet, we'll go through the handouts real quick. And he kind of beckoned you into the interior of the swamp more deeply in toward the center. And you got the impression that he wanted you to do something here. And he created this nice little wind tunnel. And you guys immediately went out of the wind tunnel, off the trail. And I have remembered that you will take a -1D penalty if you're not in the wind tunnel.
The wind tunnel was too easy. It was too easy.
But you did cross across this river of black ooze. It almost looked like tar bubbling up with small geysers. And did that pop up for you, Lou? You're muted.
That's sweet. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I like that, man.
All right. You went
Oh,
to
goodness.
Rowentha's house. Let's see. Is that her name? Let's see. Oh, I got a
Is that the
picture.
hag?
Yeah, the hag. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
her
if
name
she
was
told you her name. Did she?
Kawea.
Yeah, I think Mark
Yeah,
She
started
no.
sent enough
flirting with her.
watching.
No way.
Kawea. And she looked like this. That is up by that kind of circular island surrounded by the river, the Black River. So she looked a little strange, a little off, but she let you into her house, gave you some information, and then you guys weren't exactly the politest, so she kind of kicked you out.
How are we supposed to know we only come in from the east door? I mean, you put 2 doors in a house and one
Yeah,
didn't say exit.
Yeah,
I
put a
don't think you
sign
have
on
anything
it.
to worry about. You were nice with her, I thought. It was
Sun sets in the west. But she gave you this little poem right here. Little moon who summons I, with our death I defy. Bring the mist, bring the fog, change the air, change the bog. As my blood stays, so shall yours, while mine corrupts as it pours. Yours must watch until I'm through, my curse it cannot undo. Until wooden worms of rod strike the tear of a god. Stuck in this cursed domain, all who enter shall remain. And I'm not sure if she gave you that or you guys heard that. Do you guys remember?
I know,
I
but it
think-
seems different from last time.
It's the same. And then you headed south, and you arrived at this kind of temple here. Looks kind of a little strange, and that is where we were resuming tonight.
We were attacked first.
You were attacked by a large murder beak bird, and well, thought I had a picture of it, but I'll just show you this token. It looked kind of like that. It looked exactly like that. Big 40-foot wingspan, killed Oracly, but Oracly was revived. So, you guys approach this platform. The swamp opens up into a clearing occupied by a stone structure, constructed like a tear-shaped 8-pointed star. Walls are 35 feet tall, with stairs ascending 25 feet to a platform contained within. The misty ochre fog shrouding the fens seems to belch upwards from this platform, like smoke from a chimney. One of the building's corners is collapsed, from which a black bubbling pool bleeds into the swamp. and distant echoes of combat sound from within the building. And now let me move you back over to the map that we were just at before. So that's kind of exactly where you guys are at. There's a black bubbling pool right off to your left right there. And there's several stairs going up into the center of this platform. What do you guys do?
Your handout shows some kind of thing in the middle. Is that something that's visible to us?
Not from where you're at. You have to climb up the stairs.
Well, Agnar is excited to be here, and will gladly go climbing up the stairs.
Is this
Uh,
the east entrance?
One of the buildings from Black Bubbling Pool. This is the... Yeah, you guys probably would have been coming from the north.
Are you saying that we should take a different entrance?
I'm saying you should all go to the opposite side of the map, the top side. Since that is, in fact, the way you came down.
I see.
We'll just throw you over there.
Barkley does make a good point here, though. The old hag was very particular about entrances and doors and directions.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 different entrances. I'm thinking we might want to stick with the east entrance.
Agnar's
Is it
already
not?
halfway up the stairs. Are
What's
you guys
that
going
called?
around to the other side?
So this would be
Uh,
east over here, right?
the
Real
east.
quick, the mention of the moon in the cosmology of this world, are there several moons, or is that in reference to anything we know of?
There's only one moon that you know of.
Okay.
But that's what brought us here was this fable or what have you about the blood moon, and once a year, was it? Once every 7 years?
Once every 7 or 12 years.
Yeah.
But yes, there was a blood red moon. I believe it was 12. Blood red moon while you were gone, Lou. And strange things happen during the blood red moon.
One other thing about this poem, if I remember right, we had some kind of league. Is there not a waterfall near here called like the Tears of God or something along those lines?
You haven't found a waterfall.
But
Is
yes,
the
that's
wa-
what we heard it described as.
Yeah, the
We were told
waterfall of tears to the northeast.
And if we jump from the top of the falls, that's how we escape. There's
Mhm.
also another. There was another location that was described too that had.
No, it was cursed. You jump from the top of Slowdown Falls, which I think is different than the Waterfall of Tears.
Oh,
The Waterfall of Tears is where we go to seek wisdom.
ah,
You got to shoot it with an arrow. Maybe.
Sounds like there's several waterfalls possibly in the area.
Yeah.
But Agnar, as you approach, Coral and Vasici, are you guys staying down there? Coral's moved up.
Hustling up after Agnar.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, I can't let you go up there by yourself.
You guys go around to the east entrance, and Agnar is up there first. Agnar, you and Coral see a 40-foot square platform roofs the structure, with the surrounding walls around it another 10 feet high. Stairs gradually descend to the fens floor from each of the square's sides, while steeper stairs descend from the square's corner inside the building itself. Ochre fog rises from one of these. The opposite corner is crushed to rubble, seemingly the site of some cataclysmic event. The platform is scorched with a massive demon-like shadow imprinted onto the stone. And from this shadow, black-etched trails flow down the different stairways. Humanoid silhouettes in combat poses have been burned into the walls. And sounds of combat are heard throughout the area, almost whispers, although the combatants are nowhere to be seen. Chink, 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 chink. A portal surrounded by yellowish stones bound together with reddish wood hovers above the platform's center. The air within the portal wavers and shimmers like a mirage. Despite the distortion, the mirage clearly outlines a floating keyhole in the portal's center.
We have a key?
You tell me.
I turn around and who's behind me?
Coral.
Quarrel. Do we have a key?
Not that I know about.
Look at this. There's a keyhole.
Maybe
Vesici's got a key. Hey, Vesici, you got a key?
So you're yelling like clear across the pyramid here, right? Or the structure here.
5, 10, 15,
Oh,
20,
yeah, he
20,
is.
30 feet away.
Okay.
40 feet away.
Nah, I have no key. What key would I have? Huh? I can make a key.
So, Oracly, Vesici, and Barclay, you guys really haven't seen the portal being down at the bottom. Coral and Agnar, you guys do see it.
I'm gonna poke around a little bit and look down some of these staircases, see if there's anything to see.
Which one are you looking at? The one in the northeast corner is the one that is spewing ochre air like a chimney.
I'm gonna kind of stay away from that one.
The sounds of combat, is that all around us as soon as we get into the structure here?
Yeah, when you get up on the little roof right there, chink 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 chink, oh, chink chink chink. You don't see anybody. I don't know. You don't see any combatants, and it's more like a whisper in the wind. It's not loud like it's happening right next to you.
I'm gonna grab my quarterstaff extra tight and be prepared here.
Coral, so you're checking the northwest?
Correct, yeah.
All right, go ahead, Mark. What were you saying?
You mentioned, I think, something about black stuff flowing down the stairs. So where is it flowing from? I mean, is it just...
it's dried, so it looks
dried.
like
Okay.
Yeah. So the entire kind of area where you guys are standing is charred, and part of it, the north southwest, looks like it's been smashed by some gigantic weapon. And there's dried kind of trails and pools of black something all over the place.
Berkeley just calls out, "Hello? Hello?"
Chink, 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 chink. Coral, as you go inspect over there, let's see. A partially destroyed stairway leads down to a trapdoor that lies open. A metal ladder descends inside the structure itself.
I think we got a ladder over here.
Is it sound like the sounds of battle sound louder coming through there?
Are you asking me, or are you asking Coral?
Coral.
Nah, man, I think all this stuff, this is some kind of magic, some kind of time magic. We're seeing something that happened. It's not happening now.
The past?
That'd be my guess.
Agnar goes and inspects the. Is it just a ladder going down, or is there a hatch, or just?
It's a trapdoor. It's an open trapdoor, rotted, blackened wood with the same kind of staining on it that you've seen everywhere else. And it looks like a metal ladder descending into the building below.
Out of character, just so I'm clear, we're here at this site to try to figure our way back out of this area?
So you accepted the Fog Beast's invitation to cleanse the curse that lies upon the Shrouded Fen.
Okay.
You went to speak to the hag who kind of told Barclay to check. She asked if you guys had been to the temple. You said no. She said, "Don't bother me until you kind of go to the temple and then come back." She told Barclay.
Well, using my find construction ability, I want to maybe kind of start going down while making sure that it's safe. Like the ladder isn't going to collapse, the whatever. Do you need
Give
me
me
to,
give me an intelligence check.
can I do, don't I get to do something with like my dwarven skill? Like do a deed?
Yeah, well, your DC is going to be easier because so if everybody else was looking, they might have like a difficulty check of like 12. Yours is going to be easier, although you don't know what it is.
Well, there it is.
All right, and you are headed inside. What is everyone else doing? Coral, Vasici, Oracly, Barclay. You see Agnar begin to descend the
Hey, look at
ladder.
this.
I'm gonna light a torch.
Done.
Want to come down over here and just like look, I guess, kind of over the edge, I guess, to
Okay.
the bubbling thing, see if I see anything.
You definitely see a bubbling pool of inky blackness. Let's see. The
Does it
walls
seem like the
border.
source of all tar to her?
Does it seem like what?
The source of all the tar that's flowing out of here?
No.
Oh.
It's not flowing into the river. It seems contained in this pool right here. The walls bordering this crumbled stairway lie in ruin, as if crushed by a gigantic weapon. Black trails are etched into the stairs, which descend to a pool of bubbling black ooze, very reminiscent of the River Black. The pool bleeds through the rubble, forming a small pond outside the structure itself.
If I don't see anything like in the pool or anything like that other than just like the bubbles, I'll leave it.
Okay. And Barclay, anything else you're doing?
Barclay is looking at the port. You said the portal is in the middle, the yellow portal floating
It
above.
is kind of a whitish mirror-like portal with yellow stones around it and red wood, bound in red wood. And you can distinctly see kind of like a keyhole right in the center.
Can I see into it to see what's beyond the portal, or is it just?
You cannot.
I'm gonna see if I can just find a pebble or something on the ground and just toss it into the portal.
Easily can find a pebble here in this rubble. You throw it at the portal, and almost like, well, just like a normal door, it bounces back and falls onto the ground in front of you.
You know
All
what
right.
that is, Barclay?
What's that?
Do you know what that is?
No, I wasn't sure if, if it was truly like a locked door or if maybe it was a portal that something would go through. But I assume with the keyhole on it, if it is something, it's closed.
Key.
Need a key.
All right. Is anybody going behind Agnar? Or are you guys all staying up here?
I'm just doing dwarf stuff.
trailing you.
I'm moving behind him.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'm about 10 feet back, and like as he goes down the ladder, I'll just kind of peek over the hole there and see what's going on.
All right. So Agnar is going to go down first. Let me move everybody else out of the way, and I'm going to transfer you guys over to a new map. We are going to be in the upper left-hand corner. As soon as I clear this off for you guys. So I'll clear the rest off right after I read this. So the first thing, as you're checking this ladder, descending this ladder, Agnar, it seems pretty sturdy. But you get down to about the 6th or 7th rung from the bottom. The metal ladder is pretty long. It's 20 feet. And at about 7 or 8 feet, you can see that one of the rungs have a hinge, and if you would have stepped on it, it would have kind of collapsed underneath your weight. And your foot would have went right through.
I inform everyone of this fun thing. I wonder if
Actually,
yeah.
take that back. Hold on.
Hold
Retcon.
on,
Wait, no. So you go down the first 5 feet, and you're testing the ladder, and the next rung after 5 feet kind of collapses with the tiniest bit of pressure. So you're still holding on. You found it, but you know that rung is kind of like a false rung. You kind of lean down to the next one to see if it's stable, and it also collapses immediately under the slightest bit of pressure from your foot.
Is there anything triggered from the collapse? Like, is there a bunch of sharp, pointy bits sticking out of the bottom of this whatever that is them climbing down? Hole?
No, so look at the camera real quick so you can see my hands. So, as soon as you step on it, it's just kind of hinged, and it just collapses right that. And as soon as you lift your foot up, it kind of springs back into place.
So it was intentionally designed this way.
You guys might want to ready a rope.
And so at least the first 5 feet is stable, but after that, you're unsure. At least the next 2 rungs underneath it are not stable.
Secretary unsure.
From my
you
vantage point, can I see him testing this and see what's going on?
I think Quarrel was behind him, right? Or were you next, Vasici?
I think we both called it out. It doesn't matter to me which order we're in.
Agnar swears loudly.
I don't have a rope. I don't know if one of you has a rope.
I have my quarterstaff with me, so
I think that's
So
going to do it.
you know that at least the next 2 rungs, and Agnar is short. He can't test any of them further down.
Can you do
But,
like a fire
Hey,
five-
here, take these. Start passing the quarterstaff down the ladder towards him.
So quarterstaff, maybe 5-6 feet. All the rungs past 5 feet that you can reach collapse, just like I told you.
All right. So I pass back the quarterstaff. I'm like, man, let's just get a rope down here. Do I have a rope? I have a rope. I must have a rope. Who doesn't have
I
a
do.
rope? Let's get a rope going down here. Is there something to tie off on up there?
We'll just do the ladder rung that's
Right on the
stable
ladder,
that we're
yeah.
on.
Okay.
Upper rungs.
All right, so you guys climb onto the ladder.
In fact, if we wanted to, we could just loop it around each of the trap rungs, and that way it can't go down. You know what I mean? Like tied off
Yeah,
the top.
can I spike them open like that?
To spike them so they stay open?
So they stay
Stay closed.
No,
stay as a ladder.
I don't think you'd be able to spike them open, but maybe wrapping the rope around it might work.
See, if it's tied off up here, and you wrap it this way, and then come down and wrap it again, it doesn't. The rope's going to keep it from collapsing. Now that'd only be one half of it since there's 2 pieces, but at least we got a foothold.
So like it makes a footrest, yeah.
All right,
That's
so
good,
you tie the rope up to the top, a couple rungs, making sure it's secured. And you get down to the next the rung where they start collapsing. You kind of loop it around. It's a tedious process, but as you loop it around, a couple times, it binds the 2 rungs together so they can't open. So they can't hinge open. And you do that all the way down.
How many of them are like that?
The last 15 feet. So it takes up the entire 50 foot of the rope to get down there, wrapping it around. So make sure you mark that rope off your sheet unless you guys retrieve it somehow. But the room you come into appears to be some kind of jail, with one of the walls comprised of vertical bars. A metal ladder extends from the floor's center to a square opening in the ceiling, and 2 partially eaten corpses lie in the back corner, one clutching a short sword and the other a pitchfork. The lower leg The lower leg of one of the corpses appears to be broken at the knee. Perhaps he wasn't smart enough to tie the rungs off. Rotting straw litters the chamber's floor.
How do we know this is a jail cell? Is there a door out of it? Like there's some bars?
There is. I'm about to reveal it to you.
Okay.
You hadn't made it all the way down yet, so, you know.
Me?
Yeah, you had to tie the ladder off.
Out of character, if this is a jail, there might be a way to, like a switch or something that would make that ladder stay.
Maybe the other side is the normal entrance up top.
And Vasici, you said you lit a torch, correct?
Yeah.
Somebody said they lit a torch. All
Yeah.
right. So Vasici's got some light. Vasici and Agnar reach the bottom. And who is next up on the ladder?
Me.
Quarrel
Oh, yeah,
was
Quarrel and then
Quarrel's still on the ladder, and who's after that?
Me, Orkley.
All right, and Barclay bringing up the rear. So immediately, as you guys set foot on the ground and you're kind of looking around, you know, the obvious thing you see is two eaten corpses. But up on the ceiling, almost completely unnoticed, blending into the ceiling, two giant lizard-like creatures that drop down onto the floor, their tongues lashing about, with razor-sharp teeth inside their mouth. And you can see the remnants, flecks of blood, and maybe a piece of cloth stuck in the corner of one's mouth. And let's roll initiative. Combat tracker is
That's
up.
my
Oh,
token.
and before I forget, because I always forget, let's go over our links today. So at least I'll get them out there once. The tokens we're using are from DM Bad Wrong Fun. You can find these tokens and many others at Drive Through RPG, Dragon Peak Publishing. We are going to be using some monster tokens from Oxio Art. You can check out her Patreon at /OIXXOART. You can pick up the module that they're in right now from Purple Sorcerer. Don't look, players. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, I don't want you to know. And PAX Unplugged is this weekend, and Goodman Games will be there represented in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I believe Cyrus is actually running some games there. So make sure if you're in the area, check that out.
Sweet.
And there's all our plugs.
And
s-
tell us, Mr. Judge, do we have a giveaway for this wonderful episode?
Thank you. We do have a giveaway. We're going to give out the 5th edition fantasy, the Sunken Temple of Set, that we were going to give out 2 weeks ago. This is our giveaway for tonight, the Sunken Temple of Set. To enter it into the drawing, all you need to do is enter an emoji into the chat, and we will roll that after our break.
Right, get your emojis in now. Start early to win soon.
All right, let's see if I want to.
It's your 5th edition.
It's 5th edition.
Okay.
So apparently, I did not clear off the.
There's an outbreak.
Agnar got a 13. Orkley, you're going to be up first.
I had a 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got 2. Agnar got a 13. Vasici, you got a 11. Quarrel got an 8. Barclay got a 7. And I didn't clear off the initiative tracker. Barclay got a 12. All right. So let me change that. So, Agnar, you're going to be up first, 13.
I greet my. What time of day is it?
It's probably late afternoon by now.
I greet my future dinner and try and let's start the filleting right away. Ah, damn.
We can hear
I don't think that's
Agnar's
it.
tummy rumbling.
Yeah, and these guys taste just like chicken, I think.
7 is going to miss.
Yeah, I figured.
And Barclay, it is going to be your turn. So you are stuck on the ladder, and Oracly and Coral are in front of you. So you're effectively, you can't act right now. You can try to do something on the ladder, but you wouldn't be able to get in the room and do anything.
If I'm still on the ladder or seeing what's down below, I want to check whatever the door that we came in to make sure like it's not going to lock if it closes down on top of us. It seems like we went into a trap where we're getting eaten. So just
It looks
while
like
I'm up there,
not a problem. It's a wooden trapdoor, and the wood looks very eroded, as if it's almost been burned by some kind of like acidic substance. And as you test this stability, it almost comes loose in your hand. I mean, it's almost falling
Okay.
apart. So you're pretty sure you won't get trapped inside.
all right. Then I'm guessing there's not much I can do except say, "Watch out!"
Vasici, it is your turn.
All right, that lit torch, I'm gonna try to swing it towards this this lizard monster here that's closest to me here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna make a attack with my staff, but you can tell me what to roll for the damage on the torch.
You're not going to roll any damage with a 2.
Are you sure?
Oh, do I need to move it all out of there? By the way, can I move to this one?
You can't now because you already attacked. I mean, you can, but then I'll get a free attack on you.
Just move out of the way is what I'm saying.
Well, you should have moved first.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because the camo gecko is going to try to bite into Vasici, swinging that flaming torch around. A 15 to hit Vasici?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that is going to be 4 points of damage on you, Lou, as it bites into your leg. And as it does so, it kind of grabs onto your legs with all 4 of its, little legs. And it's almost stuck. I mean, you saw these things were hanging from the ceiling, and it's got its legs wrapped around you, almost like a koala bear hugging you. And it doesn't hurt, but I mean, they seem very adhesive as it's, kind of shake your leg a little bit, and this thing isn't going anywhere.
Got it on me tight. Ah!
And the other one rushes over to Agnar and attempts to bite him in the leg as well. 17.
Yes.
Hit Agnar for 1 point of damage.
Uh-oh.
And the same thing happens, Agnar. This one kind of latches onto your leg and begins kind of crawling up to your waist and kind of bites you right in the hip. It's harder penetrating your armor, but it is stuck to you. Coral, you were just on the bottom of the ladder, so you can enter in and take an action.
All right. Coral moves over here, crouches to the ground. He's going to cast a spell. Animal summoning with a 15.
15 is going to be a success. I think that's 2 hit dice. 2 1-hit die creature or 1 2-hit die creature.
I would like either one big mongoose or 2 small mongoose.
You tell me.
Let me get a big one then.
All right, big one it is.
Monkeys.
Let's see. What are we gonna do for that? A cat, maybe? I don't think I have any mongoose tokens. I'll find you a token.
Okay.
And where are you gonna go in the room? You just gonna stay right against that back wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Oracly, you're gonna be up next.
Right, so I'm still on the ladder, and so like I'll continue to move down, but what I want to try and do is like not go all the way down, but like as part of my move, if I can grab my crossbow and then like kind of like hanging off the ladder, and then fire with my crossbow.
Yeah. You will block Barclay from coming down the ladder, just so you know.
Well, I'm coming down like halfway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stay on the ladder,
Okay.
and I will fire at I guess probably the one, if the ladder is here, probably I need a bit more vantage, so I'll fire at the one that's on Visici.
All right, let her rip. Chris, you should have control of that mongoose token.
Oh, that looks like a hit.
Um,
17
That
to hit.
does look like a hit.
Nice.
17 is going to rip into this creature's stomach, piercing right into its side. And it kind of lets out a squeal, and some kind of lizard-like sound, but it's still stuck on him.
Get off my friend!
Blah, blah, blah. Agnar, it is your turn again. This thing is stuck to your leg. If you would like to pull it off, I will need a
No,
strength
Batici's
check.
leg.
It's stuck to your leg and Vasici's leg.
What?
You got one on each of you. So you've got
Yeah,
one
Run
like
stuck
away
to
and rip
you.
its leg off.
You've got one stuck to you, and Vasici's
Can't
got
I
one
just
stuck to him.
can't I just kill the one on my leg? Do I have to
Hey,
take it off my leg?
No, you don't have to take it off. You can try to stab it.
Yeah. Is there any problem with doing so? It's a big. It's not like tiny. It's.
I mean, only if you roll a 1, and then I'm gonna probably have
What
you
are the
stab into
odds?
your own. Only have you stab into your own leg, 5%. So give it a try.
Hey, look at that.
That is going to hit. So you slash into the one stuck onto your leg, crushing it with your hammer. You can feel delicate lizard bones break beneath your blow. It's still stuck on you. Well, you didn't declare a deed, so you just said you were trying to kill it. If you would have declared a deed that you were trying to knock it off, well, your deed still would have went off. But you do some damage to it, crushing some of its bones. It is still stuck on you. Barclay, it is your turn. Oracly is about halfway down. Well, Oracly's 20 feet down. Let's see, 10 feet down the ladder, kind of just sticking his head out the hole. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna start going down, but I assume a ladder, usually has two sides, and seeing Barkley there, kind of maybe try and work my way around the other side so I can climb past and get down to the ground.
Give me a luck check, and let's see if there's enough room to kind of maneuver around the ladder to the opposite side.
Oracly is buff, but still a halfling. It's probably not taking up as much space.
Unfortunately, the ladder is almost flush against the wall, so there is only one side.
It looks like it's not in the middle of the room.
It is in the middle of the room, but you're on the ladder right at the ceiling, right?
It's like a passage down and then opens to the room.
Yeah, so it's like a shaft, then it opens in the ceiling.
That was the word I was looking for.
So, tell me where you're at on the ladder, Oracly. I assumed you were kind of by the ceiling still.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't understand that. I thought it was just a ladder, so I thought I was halfway down the ladder. But whatever was like, I just didn't want to get too close, so I wanted to get like as close as I could to be reasonable, make a shot with my crossbow,
Right,
without like getting
Barclay,
into.
well, we'll go with what the dice say. Barclay has failed his luck check, so you're kind of still in the area where the ceiling is. So Barclay, Oracly is still preventing you from getting further down the ladder.
All right. Then I can't move much further. Maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna try casting blessing on my friend there in front of me.
All right.
So
See what happens.
let's see. Get my spell book out. Where is blessing? Down, 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 down. Oh yeah, there we
Could
go.
be a success.
It's a 14. Oracly, you receive +1 bonus on all attack rolls for 1 turn.
Sweet.
Okay, so Carpessus greenish glow is surrounding you, Oracly. And Visici, it is your turn.
I'm just taking a torch right into the creature's face and eye there, just burning it.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Attack roll.
What they call when you do that to a steak?
Searing it.
Yeah.
A 9 is extremely close.
Oh, well, I think I got some luck to burn. A little bit, anyhow. Let's see, I got the thief luck thing going for me, so I'm just gonna burn one.
Well, roll your dice, and we'll see what you get. 9, 10, 11, 12. A 12 is enough to hit it. So give me a D4 of damage. You flip the torch upside
mildly
down.
inconvenienced it.
You flip the torch upside down and kind of push it right into its head. But as you do so, the flames sputter a little bit, and it sears and it burns into the gecko's skin. But it's a very thick hide, reptilian scales. It doesn't burn as effectively as you thought it might. And the creature attempts to bite you again. Let's see. And it's going to be rolling on a D24 because it is attached to your leg.
Or is he attached to the gecko?
They are attached. So a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
Which is going to hit you, and let's see how much damage it
3
does.
hit points left, folks. Cross your fingers.
No.
It is going to be 2 points of damage. You are still alive.
Still in the game.
Barely. The same thing is going to happen to you, Agnar, as this thing is attached and kind of climbs higher up your body. And you can feel it kind of its sticky little suction feet pulling on your clothes and almost pulling them down as it pulls itself up to your lower back and
I am
bites
not
right
getting,
into you.
this is not with my permission. Oh, no.
That is going to be a non-natural 20. Let's see, is that... Yeah, that's a dirty 20. But still a hit for 1 more point of damage. And it's going to be Quarrel's turn.
Do I get to command the mongoose?
Absolutely.
Attack one of these. Attack the thing on Agnar, and then I'll move over this way and try to use my longsword to sort of pry the other one off.
Okay. Give me a strength check first to try to get the one off of Visici.
Okay. That's a 6.
6 is not going to cut it. As you're putting your sword in between, kind of trying to pry it off, you see the beast come off of him a little bit, but then just scamper over to Visici's other side. And you are unable to pull it free. But give me an attack roll with your gecko. Your mongoose.
That's going to be a 19.
Nice.
A 19 is going to hit. Give me a D6. This is a 2-hit die creature. He's got some savage little teeth.
Ricky Ticky Bitey.
Oh, yeah, we'll say a D6 plus 1. 5 points of damage as it climbs up Agnar's body. It just rips into the gecko, shredding its head back and forth, ripping it back and forth. It tears a huge hole into the back of the gecko. The gecko is still clinging onto Agnar, barely. It is still alive, though. Well done. Unless you want to bump up your damage with luck.
No, I'm good for now.
All right, Oracly, you're up.
All right. Oracly will come down into the room.
Okay. And you can move anywhere in the room because you have not been engaged in melee.
I think he's going to. Yeah, he'll drop down into the room. And I guess I would need to. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna stick with the crossbow then, because I don't want to be able to. Well, I can use my hands. Oh yeah, I'm super strong. I'm buff. Okay, I'm gonna drop into the room. I'm gonna drop my crossbow, and I'm gonna run over and try to rip the one off of Vasici
All right, give me a strength check.
with my bare hands and my strength of 17.
You see Vasici bleeding from several bites.
I guess
on
this
his
doesn't
body.
count as attack though, right?
It doesn't. No. And you're trying to pull this thing off, wrapping your arms around it, but its suckered feet are just grabbing on him with the strength of like an octopus. I mean, this thing
Hey,
is
I bought a
extremely strong.
reroll, Matt, at Game Hole from Gamers, and they said I could use it at any game I wanted if the GM was okay. Can I use it and I'll send it to you?
That is a lie. That is absolutely not.
I'm not joking. Look, I got them right here.
You've got viewers though that can give you bonuses. You need to plead your case to the viewers. But
case,
Agnar, it is your turn.
Oop, these are pretty hefty.
The one
Alright,
clinging
fine.
onto you is bleeding from a severe bite mark into the back.
Yeah, the smart
Mongoose
move would be
is-
to take that one off of me, but Vasici's in the most need right now, so I'm going to try and remove that one from Vasici with my sword. My deed would be to tee forward up, whatever, knock it off into the wall, like a tennis or golf swing. Here we go.
All right. That's it.
Good luck.
Hey.
The deed goes off. The 18 hits and 6 points of damage total. This one flies off Vasici as the hammer crushes into its legs, just breaking the legs beneath your blow. It weakly lets go as it can't even hold on anymore. As it's just ripped away from Vasici's body, his clothes kind of tugging off him from the suckers as they're separated, and it crushes into the wall and is dead.
Oh, look. Tim and Troy redeemed some rerolls for us.
Yeah, there you go. How many do we got total, Lena?
Two
Oh.
rerolls.
All right, so 2 rerolls. Are they for anyone specific, or are they just for the party?
Well, Troy said, Cannibal said for me for one, and then Tim didn't say, so I assume that he wants, for the party. So.
Tim could have gave it to me.
No, I don't think Tim would do that.
I mean,
Hey Tim, I got a
there,
fire pit, by the way. I don't need.
You do have one for the judge.
all
So-
right, outstanding.
One for Josh, I guess one for the party, and one for Matt.
Troy.
All right,
Troy believes in this balance, right? So he's like, yeah, I'll redeem stuff, but then I have to also give one to the judge later.
that's right. So Barclay, it is your turn. Thank you for the reroll, by the way. And yeah, anybody watching, you guys can use your channel points to affect the game.
And there's one of them is still alive, the one that's on Agnar, is that right?
One is still alive and clinging weakly to Agnar's body.
All that damage, and that guy's still only yellow? The one on Vasici, or the one that was on Vasici?
No, I put the X on him. I just didn't bring his hit points down to 0.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
you go.
very good then.
All right, well, I'm gonna come down the ladder, wanting not to break some bones on Agnar. I'm not gonna use the mole mallet. Because
Hold still.
I don't want to hurt him and then have to heal him. Like, that's a waste of healing. So I'll just pull out my dagger and try and stab into this thing's back to see if I can just take it down.
All right, go for it. Looks like it's barely holding on to
Go.
life.
There we go.
No longer, as you just walk down the ladder, reach forward, slice its throat open. It falls to the ground. The mongoose rips into it, tearing it apart, like a toy, a cat with a toy, flipping it back and forth. And it is dead as well.
Don't play with our food.
Vasici, are you okay?
No.
No,
Don't
not
look so
very much
good.
okay. My friends, I thank you again for once again saving me from the jaws of death, but I am only so much so. I think I will rest with these less unfortunate fellas. I scoot against the wall near those bodies.
Barclay will go over and see if let me see if I can take care of that. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Pick up my
Pretty good.
crossbow.
All right, and make sure you're marking the bolts off as you use them. If
Yeah,
you want
I
to
am.
try to reacquire them, just give me a luck check.
Basichi, you get
Yeah, I
2
will for
dice.
that one. Nope.
Are those D8s?
You are a thief. It's a D6.
D6. Oh, okay, it's your hit dice. All right.
You get 2 of them.
Are you guys the same alignment or opposed or?
We are opposed, and so with a 21, he gets 2 dice.
All right, there you go. 8 points. You are back up to full. And what would you guys like to do now?
Make some boots.
Yeah. Just shove my foot up into each one of them.
Looking at them, are their hands are they actual suction cups or are they just very tactile? Like if we were to use this, could we actually climb things with it, or is it got to be alive to work?
The bottoms of their feet are almost kind of like suctioned and very sticky. But you're not sure how well it would work if you like made some gloves or something out of it. There doesn't seem to be enough area there. It might only be the size of the palm of your hand, and it would take some pretty skilled skinning to get that entire area off.
But we could make food out of them.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. They've got some meat on their bones.
The important thing.
Anything to be seen out in the room beyond this cell?
There is. Let me see what room that is. Looking into the room beyond. Three rough stone tables and a barred cell occupy this chamber. The first table features a bed of nails protruding from its top. The second is gouged with a head-sized oval hole at one end. And the third table is drenched in old blood stains, with metal stirrups and chained restraining cuffs bolted crudely to its length. A frayed, grotesquely shaped humanoid doll sits on the last table, the one with the cuffs. Nearby, a jail cell occupies portion of one wall, the one that you guys are in. A black robe hangs just outside of it, and some tools hang on the wall that could be useful as weapons. 3 doors exit the room.
The robe and the tools, are they just outside of the jail cell or just like out of reach from the jail cell?
They are just outside of the jail cell, and let me draw them here on the map for us. So we got 3 tables in here. The cloak is kind of like right here.
Are you drawing this on a piece? Oh, never mind. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Holy draw! I was skipping back and forth between like 4 screens here. Give me a break.
What do you mean? You have like 3 screens, right?
I only have 1 monitor, unfortunately.
That's
We get out of this jail cell? Sorry, did you say that?
You guys haven't tried the door yet.
nor have
Don't
we
try the
searched the
door.
bodies.
Nor have you searched the bodies.
Yeah, Barclay's gonna go over and look around in the bones, see if there's anything there.
What do the bones tell Barkley?
Okay. In the bones, the first thing you see is that there's a pitchfork and a sword. But checking the bodies, let's see here. One is still clutching a short sword and has ruined chainmail that looks like it's been torn apart by very sharp teeth and partially dissolved by kind of a black ooze that is on part of the armor. Let's see. So you got the short sword and you got a pitchfork on the ground. It looks like they have a couple sacks, a large sack and a small sack, and about 3 days worth of rations each, a water skin, and that's about it. It didn't look like they were very well equipped.
Check the contents of the sacks and see if there's anything in there, and take a look at the sword to see if it looks like a cheap sword or of anything of good value.
It looks functional. I mean, it doesn't look like exceptional quality, but definitely something you would be able to purchase in Fallon. So it is still operational, as well as the pitchfork.
Anything in the sacks?
There's nothing in the sacks. The only remaining kind of thing is the kind of destroyed armor that the one guy is wearing.
All right. So are we taking that loot, but not the armor?
Oh, the other corpse had a set of thieves' tools as well.
Ooh. Hey,
Apparently
let's see.
unused.
Can you use these, or you
Yeah, that
must,
seems weird.
already have some of those, huh?
Serendipitous. Yes.
And
I'll take those and I'll go try the cell door. Is it locked?
cell door is locked, and the pitchfork has a small crack running down the shaft. I hadn't got to that part yet, so it's still serviceable, but it only does a 1d7 damage, and will break on a fumble of 1. It is locked, Fasici.
All right. I'm gonna test out these new toys here. Let's see. Pick locks, pick pockets. There it is. I don't know if I get any bonuses for the picks or if it's just a necessary tool. Doesn't really matter. I really did not do so hot on that.
It's not great, but it's pretty
Well,
close.
Yeah, Oracle's there helping you out.
Let's see.
Rub some luck your
Oracle-
way unless you got your own.
I got my own.
And 11 is going to be enough. Click. The picks work excellently, very well, and the door pops open.
Nice job. Agnar goes and starts inspecting.
What are you going to inspect?
I'm looking for traps. Looking for problems.
Okay, Vasici, you just opened the door. Barclay, you just checked out the bodies. Quarrel and Oracle, what are you guys doing?
Quarrel's gonna look at that black robe, maybe take it off the hook, see if it's got pockets.
As you take the robe off the hook, you can see that a key ring is underneath it. It has 1 key on it. It looks very similar to the lock that Vasici just picked.
Oh.
Well, good practice, Fasici.
Here, here. Let's see. Let's see what else is in here. You find also a belt with 8 knives on it, also on the hook underneath the cloak.
A lot of knives.
They do 1d4 damage each. They're pretty well balanced, and look to be kind of like torture implements. Very thin blades. Oracle, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, after helping opening the door, yeah, he would just come in and check out what's on these tables.
Okay, do you want to head over to... So the big one in the middle is the one with spikes. The little one against the south wall is the one with the frayed doll on it. And the other
Yeah.
one against the eastern wall is kind of like the stocks with the head in it.
He'll check out the
The
doll.
hole that you can put your head in. The doll on the third table is stitched in the form of a man with excessive girth of both fat and muscle, grotesque and kind of misshapen. As you pick it up and inspect it, you can see that stitched into the back, it says "For Wilbur." Mysteriously, the doll smells kind of like cured pork.
That's disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Agnar, you do find some other things as you guys are searching around. There is a blackjack underneath one of the tables, the spiked one. A crowbar over in the corner, and a barbed whip is hanging up on a hook, kind of right next to where the cloak is. Barclay, give me a luck check, please.
Oy. Luck. Oh my
My
gosh.
goodness!
Nice.
Just as you were turning away from the bodies, Barclay, ready to head into the others, you think you saw something poking out from beneath the armor.
All right. I'll go back and kind of lift up the armor, look underneath it, see if I can see what was that was underneath it.
Inside is a small scroll case,
Ooh.
a tin scroll case.
Unscrew the case and pull out the scroll carefully, see if I can see what's written on it.
You can, and it looks to be a map written in kind of a makeshift, not necessarily cartographer's hand, but you can definitely discern this map. Written beneath the temple's location on the map, it says one must approach the deity like an infant in order to gain her riches.
Hey guys, I found a map over here on one of the dead guys.
Now we're in business. Well,
Are we
maybe.
in the temple?
That's got to be. Look at the shape of it.
We got to crawl?
Hmm.
There's
Uh,
dead everywhere.
What do you guys want to do? Let me clear out these other doors because I kind of cheated you on that. You can't see them. So there's a door over here to the west. Wrong button. Reveal, please. There is a door over in the southwest corner. There is a door directly in the south. And then there is a door in the northeast corner. 3 doors. Unless you guys want to do something else in here.
We grabbed all the loot? Everything that wasn't nailed down?
You've
If,
grabbed everything that you found.
If
Well,
anybody
Agnar-
cares,
I can take that whip if nobody else wants it.
The
I was about to
does-
claim it, but you can have it, buddy.
It's not iron. It's one of the only weapons that won't burn my hand.
This is true. The whip does 1d3 damage, but it can reach out and attack 10 feet. So there was
About
a
the belt of
crowbar.
knives. Does anybody want that one?
I don't hear anybody claiming it.
I'll
Belt
Alright,
of knives.
Go for it.
go for it.
a belt with 8 knives on it. There's also a blackjack under the nail table and a crowbar laying against the southern wall. So, if somebody tells me you picked them up, otherwise they're still sitting on the floor.
No, we pick everything up. I got it written down.
All right. So
Never assume that. It's the opposite. Assume we pick everything up, including like garbage chain.
All right, where are you guys headed now? You guys
Well,
taking chainmail off his body?
No, I thought we were leaving that. It's
Yeah, it sounded like
garbage.
it was damaged. And
All right.
Too much to carry.
Place gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's get out of here.
Well, we did find
Agnar's
that
checking.
key. Do you want to try it on the door? The upstairs door? Or I guess we can keep looking around down here. Do we still hear the sounds of combat down here?
No.
Interesting.
Agnor, you're going over to that door?
I'm checking the doors, all 3 of them, for any kind of traps.
Well, so Dwarven sense is like construction. If there
Yeah.
was a construction trap, like
Like a pit trap.
right, pit trap or ceiling trap, you'd be able to possibly locate that. So
That's all I'm
checking the western door first. Give me an intelligence check. We'll do one at a time. You don't find any traps. You open the door. Vasichi's checking the eastern door. Vasichi, you do not find any traps either.
Looking at the other one too there.
All right. You guys both check the southern door, and you did not find any traps.
All right. I guess let's go to the room over here, and I'm walking along doing my dwarf checks.
All right. Entering into the western room. This rectangular room appears to be some kind of storeroom, but it lies in ruin with thick layers of dust coating the wall-mounted shelves. Broken glass vials and jars litter the floor, their shriveled contents strewn about. Various sharp-looking shapes and gaps between the shelves and the scattered debris on the floor are smoothed over by blankets of cobwebs. One door exits the room, while another wall is riddled with small holes. So it's talking about the door you guys just came in. And the southern wall is riddled with small holes.
I'll go up and look in those holes. Can I see anything?
You can see small teeth marks. It looks like something small has kind of chewed its way in here.
They low to the ground?
Give me an intelligence check.
Just oracally, or
Just oracally, because oracly's checking. Oracly, they are low to the ground, and you think you hear kind of a little chittering kind of deeper into these little tunnels. Probably rats.
Seems like rats, guys. Oh.
Get him, boy. Get him.
Is there any?
Yeah.
Is there any other exits from this room that we see?
Not that you see. Give me an intelligence check. Vasichi, Coral, and Barclay, what are you guys doing?
I'm kind of standing here.
Coral, go ahead.
I'm just going to stand here at the door. I assume these folks are going to be poking around the boxes.
All right, Vasichi.
I'm going to take my quarterstaff and start kind of poking through the webbing there and trying to move it aside to see what's underneath it.
Can the mongoose fit in the holes?
The mongoose can fit in the holes.
I'm definitely instructing them to eat and go find and eat any living vermin you can find.
All right, so you're sending him into the holes?
Yes.
All right, he disappears into the holes. Vasici, roll me a d7, please. 7. As you're poking through the remnants of the scattered things that are on the floor, do you have a... Oh, roll 2d7. I'm sorry. Roll me one more.
Wow.
Ooh, 14.
I hope that's
Fortunately,
Upper
that's the
wall.
number of rats.
As you're poking around, you find a locked metal conical flask.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
It locked?
yeah,
I
like
don't-
It
there's
is.
a
It's got
padlock
a...
on it, or
No. So it's a conical flask, and it's got kind of a little flip top lid. It's got a little kind of just a little kind of little mini lock on it, holding it together.
does the lock take a key or some sort of puzzle lock or what kind of thing?
It does have a small little keyhole on it. The key from the bars is way too large. You guys hear scurrying inside the holes, deeper in the holes, and you hear sharp screeches coming from inside. And then it's kind of silent.
Boy.
Get Manny?
Coral keeps changing its name. It was named Manny the Mongoose, but
I didn't purposefully change it. I didn't know that was an option. Is he here?
He hasn't returned yet. You hear those screeches in there. Your pick breaks, Vasici. It's just too small of a hole. These brand new lockpicks you got, you pick the smallest lockpick you have and gently insert it to the lock and try to click the tumbler. But maybe these picks weren't as good. Maybe they got some of the corrosive black ooze on them or something. And it kind of breaks right there in the lock.
Damn.
All right, what else do you guys want to do?
Barclay's gonna go over and open this door while they're all over in that room.
Opening the
Awesome.
door to the south. Coral, are you still staying out there?
Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging here, waiting for the animal.
All right, Agnar and Oracly.
I'm gonna if I see Barkley opening a door, I'm gonna go scoot back and cover him because I don't want him to get clobbered.
I don't think you saw him. You were in the room.
Yeah, but
he
I'm like, I
kinda-
got a straight eye, but I got a straight shot with my,
Do
vision.
you? I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Your back might have been turned. I'll allow it. Let's see.
Barkley's gonna stay here. He's kneeling down, listening at these holes, looking through.
Okay. Opening the door to the south. It appears that the hallway goes about 20 feet and then ends in a pile of rubble, as if the corridor has collapsed over time. Barclay, you don't have any light, so actually you wouldn't have seen this.
So I'm just looking down a dark hallway.
You are looking down a dark hallway.
All right.
Agnar tells him what he sees.
Agnar, you see some rubble. Manny the Mongoose weakly crawls out from the hole, his head barely sticking out, and it flops on the ground from one of the holes. He gives a small squeak. And as he just climbs out, you can see bites all over his body. 20, 30 bites.
Can I tell about what size the creature was that bit him?
About rat size. It looks very similar to the teeth marks that are created the holes itself. And with that, Manny expires.
Manny. They weren't rodents of unusual size then.
I mean, they're
Just
small
unusual
enough to fit in the hole. You know, it's about a fist-size hole, maybe 2 fists. And Manny's kind of body collapses and the magic dissipates around where he was.
You said there were holes kind of all over the wall. Does that affect is the wall kind of not quite solid? Could it be sort of punched through?
There are about 3 holes in the wall, so it's not like Swiss cheese with holes all through it. No, the wall looks pretty solid.
Oracle's gonna take out his horn and like put it up to the hole and then blow in his horn to try and daze all the rats that are in there.
Outstanding. Very smart. All right, so what did we say happens for the horn?
They do a DC 15 will save, or they are
Right.
dazed for 1d3 rounds.
So give me your horn sound as you lean down and blow into this hole. It kind of echoes through the little tunnels, and you're not sure what happens inside the tunnels, but all right, it's done.
You feel
And if
satisfied having avenged Manny the mongoose.
If it was effective, how long would that last?
1d3 rounds.
All right, so roll me a d3.
3.
All right, so that is done. And what are you guys doing now?
Rejoin the group.
Yeah, I'll kind of take a look with the lantern down this hallway that's collapsed.
From right there, it looks like it goes about 20 feet and it appears to be collapsed in a pile of rubble.
Is there any loose rubble there at my feet?
Maybe a couple stones.
I'll pick one up and just kind of throw it at the pile of stones at the other end.
Throwing in a pile of stones. It does seem pretty solid. Nothing else, collapses or anything like that. But you do see kind of a shift in the stones.
Like a shift, like some of the rocks kind of tumble a little bit, or
like the rocks kind of flex and move, and a couple of them come tumbling down.
Okay. I'll back away from there.
Agnar, are you opening the door to the east?
Yeah.
Right. Anybody doing anything else?
Nope.
So as you open the door to the east, it extends into a long hallway. I'm going to clear all this off because you have kind of infravision. You'll be able to see its length. Looks like there's kind of a little alcove to the south and the north in the middle of the tunnel. And you think you just see a door down, all the way down at the end.
This way. And then I start marching down the hallway doing dwarf checks.
All right, give me an intelligence check, please. All right, you don't find anything, except when you get about halfway down to the north, kind of hallway widens out into 2 double doors. And you can definitely see that there is a door all the way down at the end of the corridor as well, to the south.
Is there anything to the south of where I'm standing?
Just kind of a little indention.
Okay.
Hold up, guys. I've got a bad feeling about these. I want to come out kind of next to where he's standing. I want to, with my quarterstaff, kind of poke around, look for traps right in that area there.
Visici, give me 5 find trap roll, please. I meant to start doing this with you at the beginning. So every session, I want you to roll 5 find trap rolls. And I'm going to write them down and assign random numbers to them, 1 through 5. Holy crap.
Those are some good rolls.
5, 1,
Mostly
2,
pretty good.
3,
All
4,
right.
and some stinkers. I think that's 5, isn't it?
All right, so I've assigned each of these a number 1 through 5. Roll me a d5 to see which result you get. That way, kind of avoids the metagaming aspect of it. It's still a mystery to you. All right, so you don't find anything.
Agnar goes and checks for pit traps or whatever.
Yeah, that's what your other intelligence check was
Okay.
for. I assumed you were already doing that.
Yep. All right then.
Don't find anything as well.
Door look okay to open?
Vasichi was just kind of checking the hallway. He hasn't found anything.
I'm gonna-
Did you want to
It's-
check the door
as
as
near
well?
as I can
Vasichi?
tell, there is nothing, but this side of the hall here, this indention, it does not sit well with me.
I want to kind of
Oh,
try and my
that's one.
hand using elf senses and see if there's any secrets to be found that way.
Give me let's see. Give me an intelligence check. Well, give me your heightened senses check. So I believe it's under class abilities, and it'll automatically factor in your +4. And actually roll 5 of those for me, Chris, because I meant to do the same with you as well.
Nice.
Cow, you guys are getting some good rolls.
How
Right,
about that?
so now roll me a d5 to see which one you get. All right, you don't find any obvious inclusions or anything here. But now that you're thinking about it, I think there was an odd-looking stone back in the storeroom, up on the northern wall.
I relay this to the others. Maybe go back and look at something here real quick. Before you go into
Looking at that odd stone in the northern wall, it looks like it can be depressed.
okay, I take my 10-foot pole and
As you push it in, you hear a click, a shifting as the wall kind of sets back, recesses back, and then slides, revealing a secret passage.
oh hey, looks like this just goes back into the jail cell.
You
Well.
found something. That's a reward in itself.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Well, at least I'll know it if I see it next time.
Any dead rats?
Was there anything in it?
Oh, I suppose we should look, eh?
Roll me a 2d7. An 8. You find a blue viscous potion, very thick, and it smells like lemons when you take the cork stopper off.
If so, I guess we'll hang on to it. I don't know. I can't identify it, and I'm not about to swig it. But if anyone else would like to swig it, it's here.
All right, so Vasichi has the locked little vial flask, and Chris has the blue potion. All right, what are you guys doing now? Agnar, are you opening the door to the north?
I am.
All right, the door creaks open. And inside, well, why don't we take our break? Find out what lies beyond. A little mini cliffhanger. If you guys have not entered the drawing yet, we are giving away the Temple of Set from the Dark Tower, 5th edition fantasy, for free. All you need to do is enter any kind of emoji into chat. We'll be back in around 6-7 minutes. We're going to take a short break and then be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining the Reaver Express. We are in the midst of the Shrouded Fen, the swamp north of Fallon. And let's give our giveaway right away. Let's do it right now. If you haven't entered yet, you got about 1 more minute to enter any kind of emoji into the chat, and we will draw it in 60 seconds time. Agnar, you are opening the door to the north. Is that correct?
Yes. Everyone else back up.
3 rough stone tables. Oh, wrong room. Hold on a second. It's our other room.
And
The
axes.
goddess stands before you. Whoops. I mean,
And axes.
Let's see. Just reading one other thing
So if
here.
there is a goddess inside, we have to approach it like an infant.
Okay. Wisps of ochre fog bleed through the cracks of this thick, side-by-side wooden doors before you. The timber is gashed with thick cuts, evidence that someone has tried but failed to chop through. Nonetheless, the barrier appears significantly weakened. In some places, the wooden crossbar on the other side looks to have been partially cleaved. So you can see a wooden crossbar barring the doors on the opposite side. But it does look weakened.
I'd give it a
You got
karate
this,
chop.
Agnar.
Give me a
who's up
strength
there
check.
too? Can we do it together?
Yeah, can
yeah.
we?
Yeah, both of you give me a strength check.
21.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm hearing timpanis. Boom, 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 boom.
Inar, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
All right. So your door kind of, swings forward, but Oracle's door kind of just shatters and explodes into the room.
You'll get it next
it-
time, Agnar.
It swings back. I mean, they both open, but yours is
I
kind of like.
loosened it.
2/3 of this rectangular chamber is occupied by ornately carved stone tables. Atop each one of them lays a female body composed of flesh and mist. Etched black trails radiate from an ebon dark hole in the ceiling. They creep across the ceiling and then down the walls, finally running across the floor to climb the tables and reach the faces of the bodies. Bubbling black ooze encases each woman's head, and a brownish yellow fog gushes endlessly from each eye socket. The gouts of fog rise to escape through the maw in the ceiling. And let me share a handout with you.
The source of what we were seeing up top.
It
Likely.
looks a little bit like this. But that's not all.
Yeah.
The huge face of a woman is carved on the wall opposite the tables, her mouth opening from the floor in a silent scream. The carving's eyes cry blackish tears, which slowly ooze down her face, transforming into glowing blue water as they flow before evaporating on the ground. So let me clear off the room for you.
There's our tears
And-
of a god.
Yeah.
I have another handout.
I don't know what a wooden worm of rod is, though.
I was thinking it's an arrow.
Yeah, an arrow. Toothpick. Spear.
Try. I have
All right.
arrows.
You guys can see the room now, and the face to the left.
Yes.
Was there a second handout for the second face?
There is, but I'm not going to show it to you quite yet.
So do we think that that face is the face of the goddess and we need to crawl around this room because the gouts of whatever's shooting out of their eye sockets is like making the room poisonous or something?
Well, between the face and the tables, just underneath the ceiling's hole, lies a dead woman in a bloody white robe. Her abdomen and wrists are cut open, apparently by the bloody crescent-shaped blade lying beside her. She rests on a platform that looks as if it was once capable of being raised up through the ceiling. The mechanism appears broken beyond repair, with ropes and chains scattering around in all directions. Her body convulsing as a ghostly form rises from the dead flesh, wailing and screaming. Suddenly, the spectral form turns and rushes right at Agnar. As she charges, a ghostly tendril shoots sideways from her to latch on to one of the misty fleshy bodies. With a sickening, gurgling rip, the body tears free from its head, rising headless to shamble towards you as well. And now I'm going to show you the other handout as we roll initiative. But let me clear off the tracker first.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
free.
faces going on.
You are free to load initiative. And Elena, what dice are we rolling for the giveaway tonight? All right. Let's see here. Roll D10. It is going to be 5. Dannerby, you have won. Congratulations. Dannerb.
Bean, like a
Bean.
yeah.
All right. If you would click on Elena's name, Vitani Maru, and send her a message with your email or address, something I can get in contact with you with and get your address, I will get that mailed out to you. Congratulations. And Dannerby, you have won. So now we're going to roll initiative. Let's see. What do I got here?
Oh, I haven't clicked on my initiative yet.
All right. Go for it.
Where's my character? Whoop. That was my problem. Ugh. Never mind.
And you guys are actually first level. So we're going to say that 2 of these misty... you guys are way past first level. So we're going to say that 2 of these misty bodies here.
I wouldn't say we're way past first.
Yeah, I went.
You're up for the challenge, I think.
We're like 100% more.
Am I? I just lost 33% of my maximum hit point total, so 7 hit points at level 2. Woo!
All right.
Good
so
job.
everybody in there. Let's see what the tracker says. She is going to be up first. As she actually Oracly busted through first. So she rushes immediately at Oracly. And she is going to reach out a misty hand around Oracly's neck. $21 to hit for 4 points of damage, but let me see what kind of damage that is. So it's going to be 4 points of damage, and as her hand closes around your throat, you feel it squeezing, draining the life from you. And you see the energy escaping out of your body and kind of going through this black kind of strand that is this stream that is connected to one of these misty headless priestesses, and you see the priestess kind of gaining in strength, looking stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, does she get 2 attacks or just 1? She just gets 1. All right, so Coral, you're going to be up.
I'm going to step past Barkley here and unfurl my barbed whip and try and whip it at this figure.
Give me an attack roll.
Nice.
Let me get my... I don't have that as a weapon. My attack bonus, I think 1. I got an 8.
An
I'll take
8
that.
is going to miss. And are you staying right there?
Yeah, I don't want to get too close.
Do you want to stay in an 8, or do you want it to?
I don't want to spend enough to get it to where I think it needs to be.
All right, Oracle, you're going to be up next.
I'm not grappled or anything, am I?
No.
Okay. I am going to. I'm just gonna hit back at this point. I said I had my my 2 hand axes out. He's just gonna attack this thing in front of him.
A couple attack rolls.
18 to hit with the first one,
Very nice, very nice.
and 18 again with the second one.
You slash through the misty shape, and your hand axes pass right through her body.
Ugh.
It doesn't appear to have hurt her at all. Just cuts right through the foggy, misty form that she is,
This look
with
of
no
terror
apparent
comes on my
effect.
face.
Matt, is her essence somehow tied to the corpse on the ground? Is it dead? What's going on with
Why would I tell you that? Why would I tell you that?
You know.
Barclay, it is your turn.
I try.
All right, Barclay is gonna pull out. He has like a gourd with full of seeds and stuff that he collects over time, and he's gonna start shaking it, and he's gonna call on Carpessa and try and turn this demon thing, ghost that is coming towards us.
Okay.
Where is turn unholy? Back, you unholy beast. And that is a 13, which
You can throw some luck on that if
You
that
will
would help.
turn. You will turn 1 hit die worth of creature. What do you want your? Are you? How much? What's luck is being spent? What's the final number?
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, Orkley's terrified, so I feel like he would be all for assisting this. He can throw 3 at it.
Don't you only have 3 left?
I'm at 5.
5. All right. It's totally up to you guys. What do you want? Just tell me what the final number is.
16.
All right. So you spend 3 points of luck, and you're like, Barclay, help, help! As the hand closes around your throat, and she sees your seeds, and a look of disdain comes over her face. You hear a whispering voice, Carpessa, not save you. It has no effect. Do you want to move at all, Barclay?
Well, it's I got 2 people. I can't move past Agnar and Coral very well, can I?
You can move through friendlies, but you couldn't before because you were on the ladder. That was like vertical. But you can move through friendlies.
Can I get up over here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will tell you the result of 16. You were more than a few points away to being successful. That is your hint. Agnar, it is your turn.
Oh, I saw what just happened there. I'm gonna go try and desecrate the corpse.
All right.
The head needs to come off.
All right, so you are heading over to the corpse, and you're chopping the dead corpse off, the head off the dead corpse.
Yes.
All right. No need to make an attack roll. You slash down with your hammer, and you got a hammer, right?
I'm using a longsword.
You're using your longsword to cut down into the neck of the corpse sitting there. And let me see. The head chops off and rolls onto the ground. The spirit remains, though.
I'm out of ideas.
All right, Vasici, it is your turn.
I
Arrow
did
in the
a
face.
intelligence check just to see. I got a 5. I doubt I know anything, but would my character have any like, spirits or I don't know, prone to silver or iron or any mythology or myth folklore, whatever that is?
On a 5, I can't help you.
All right. Huh. Well, I'm not abandoning you guys, I swear. I'm gonna go down here and check this door out.
Eh,
I wouldn't blame you.
One of the things at DCC is that it's always okay to run. But yeah, and you guys are in the middle of it now. Are you opening that door or just inspecting?
I want to check it first, look for traps, see if there's anything interesting about it.
Roll me a D5.
D5.
What do you guys think, Chris and Lou? What do you guys think about the 5 pre-rolled rolls?
I'm
And,
not sure I quite understand it, other than
So you rolled
like, 'cause we're
5
still
rolls.
rolling, but we're just rolling a
Right.
different die.
Well, you don't know the result. That's the key thing. So
I see
you
what you're
know it.
saying.
You know it's one of your results, but you don't know which one.
Okay, I get
Yeah,
how it's
so
working.
you can't metagame whether or not you don't
I see.
find anything because it was a low roll or because you.
So it's
There's
still a
nothing there.
mystery, is what I like. I like that it's still a mystery and you can't metagame it. But you don't find any traps,
All
and
right,
we'll leave you there for right now.
sounds good.
That will be your entire turn. This first headless mist priestess comes up to Agnar, as well as the second. They're just going to rush right up to Agnar. And they are going to try to lift him up and slam him to the ground with their ghostly hands. 19 for 5 points of damage as the first
Wow.
one lifts you up and just slams you to the ground. The second one comes in with a follow-up elbow drop, but I don't think a 13 is going to hit.
Negatory Ghost Rider.
All right. So yeah, you barely catch yourself as your knee kind of smashes against the concrete, and you stand back up, but you feel a sharp pain in your leg, and you see a black. Let's see. At the beginning of the next round, 2 more priestesses tear from their bodies, tear from their head, as the head kind of stays on the pedestal covered in blackness, while the body lurches up, rushing toward you guys. So there are 2 more. And she reaches out with another hand, continuing to grip across Oracle's neck. And she stares into Oracle's eyes. Oracle, can you make me a will save, please?
I sure can.
You need to beat an 8.
Will save. 17.
All right. So you feel a sense that she's trying to overpower your mind, but it's ineffective. Because perhaps you're too scared for her to take control. Coral,
Yeah.
you're up next.
Do the servants look any more kind of corporeal and solid than the main person, or is they all kind of see through?
So let's go to the notes here. It's a body, so the head remains on the table, and that's kind of the only token I can find. They're not really made out of mist; they are actual bodies. Misty, she is kind of like a misty, fleshy body, and a ghostly kind of tendril shoots out from her sideways to latch onto one of the misty forms. Well, it says misty, fleshy bodies.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm
all I
going.
got.
I'm going to swing a whip at this one. I'm clicking on here just to see what happens. See if I'm able to connect at all, or if it passes through.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna have to do that manually. I got an 18.
18 is going to hit. And which one of the you're attacking this one right here that just got up?
Yep.
All right, so roll me some damage with your strength modifier.
Yeah, what is that? 13 is a +1, right?
Correct.
That's 3.
That is going to take 3 points of damage. Your barbed whip rakes across the body's flesh, tearing the gown that she has on, and you see blood. Well, you see kind of like black ooze spit out from the wound. And Oracly, you are up next.
I think Oracly is going to he's gonna like try to, just thematically like dodge underneath her and try to move past to get further into the room.
All right. Thematically, she is going to try to strike out at you again.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, did
So-
Orly exit combat from her though?
if she's continuing to go, if Oracly's continuing to go into the room, she will incur an attack. Are you exiting out of combat?
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm heading up towards this face.
Right. A 25
I'm
for
gonna die
5
instead.
points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
As the hand reaches around Oracly, pulling him back, and sucking the life force from your body. She turns you around, and what's that movie where the mouth kind of like sucks the other mouth and the life force drains out of it? It's just like that.
Harry Potter
you-
and the Dementors.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Your body crumples to the ground, and you see the whipped one that you just struck, Quarrel. The wounds heal and seal over.
You guys gotta run. This is bad.
Barclay, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to hope Carpessa still Oracly has a connection to Carpessa somehow as this arrangement. So I'm gonna try and grab Oracly and heal. All right, where's my lay on hands? And that is 4 dice. And I don't know if you'll allow this, but as I'm grabbing and healing, can I also try and start dragging Oracly's body out of the room?
No. Lay on hands is action, so you would be unable to take another action, like pulling someone
Alright.
else. But Oracly, roll me 4d6, please. Take the, what level are you? 3?
Yeah.
Take the 3 best ones, so you'll be back up to full.
15.
And I will lose another point of stamina.
Lose another point of stamina, and the burns that you suffered earlier in the House of Enshadar have scarred you. The murder beak's piercing beak thrust that threw you across the room has left a horrible scar on your shoulder, and now you have these imprinted purplish marks around your neck.
Yeah. Awesome.
Almost making your voice seem kind of like a little hoarse. But you are healed and you are alive. Agnar, it is your turn.
All right,
Are we
move around that way? Is that okay if I just move there?
Yeah.
All right.
are we bolting, or are we gonna try and take these guys out?
We haven't done anything so far.
Didn't we get a whip in on one of these?
And then they just healed.
Yeah. I mean, if we can all make it out, let's run for it. That'd be my vote. But I'm here to fight too, if you guys want to.
Like, I was gonna go stab an arrow into this face, but other than that, I feel like there's no way we can defeat this in combat.
Somebody's gonna have to go first. Who's it gonna be? Agnar, what are you doing?
You're gonna have to fight those two guys to get out anyway, right? You're not gonna be able to run past them all.
I mean, if Agnar takes off, Agnar will get a couple of opportunity attacks. But Agnar, you could hit, then take off. If you kill one.
Yeah, sure. I like the idea of shooting the thing in the face with the wood. But at the same time, yeah, I'm gonna try and swing first. The one that power slammed me.
All right.
We're
it's
going
gonna
to
be-
try and I would say decapitate it, but let's split it in half.
Yeah, the head's already gone.
Yeah.
Hey!
4 on the deed die with
Nice.
11 points of damage. You longsword again? I don't know why it says. Are you switching your hammer?
I renamed it longsword, but obviously it's probably the macro is probably got the hammer in there.
All right. So yeah, your longsword just cuts down right through this this creature, this mist form, and two halves kind of like split open, and it falls to the ground, dead. And I keep forgetting. Well, you keep forgetting. You also get a shield bash. So you do have a shield bash button on your character sheet. You get that attack every time you attack. So if you want to try to shield bash the other one,
Yes.
go for it.
Oh, hold on. And my deed would be to split that one in half, but
I don't know if
horizontally
you'd be
instead of
able
vertically.
to. You might be able to push it back a few feet to get away.
Yeah. Okay. I want to knock
Yeah,
it over.
or have the
those
two halves fall into the other two so that they can attack.
Yeah.
All right, a 12 is going to hit as well. 5 points of
Nice.
damage as your shield smashes into the body. And you see the body kind of trip over the leg of one of the other priestess. And she is in fact pushed back 5 feet, opening a path for you to escape.
All right. We going?
You do you.
You do you.
Well, I'm part of the team. Team said go. Are we still doing
Well,
that?
I mean, 20 feet, you're just going to get outside the door. So yeah, you'll be right
5,
in.
10, 15. 5, 10, 15.
20. You move 20, so you're right there.
You sure about this? Okay.
Positive. Vasici, you are up. You didn't find any traps at the door. You hear screams from the room that you just exited. Ah!
It's wrong, my friends! I find help! I find help! Try the door here.
The door opens into. Let me reveal it for you. (15 by 15-foot room with another kind of corridor going off to the south and a door to the east. Oh, let's see. What do you see in here? Hold on a second. 2. Scrolling. Hold on, I'm almost there. This chamber is 15 foot square and shows various signs of erosion. 2 thick wooden benches are partially eaten, as are the room's 2 wooden doors. On the floor near the benches sits a dented and scorched golden censer connected to a broken bronze chain. One of the stone walls is pocked with holes. Debris and festering scat litter the floor before it. Suddenly you hear a rapid crescendo of squeaking and scurrying before large pus-blistered rodents erupt from the holes in the wall. And another monster joins the fray. Whoops.
I don't know if I'd call that help, but I appreciate
It. It seems like the opposite of help.
Yeah. So these are all like regular rat-sized critters.
They're a little
Little
larger
beefier,
than
maybe?
regular rat size. Yeah, a little bit
Alright.
beefier. But they have pustules all over them, and they almost have like a black tint to their fur.
Awkward
And
puberty phase, huh?
what would you like to do now? That's what
I'm
you see
slamming
when
that
you
door.
open the door. Right, so you're slamming the door shut, and the door is kind of barely holding on. It's been chewed and gnawed at for quite a while. So you don't think it's going to be very protective.
So I don't know. It's opening a door, shutting a door, and then do I have a move?
Yeah, open and shutting door. We'll call that one action.
Okay. Just judging by the door, like even if I wedged it shut, it sounds like it's been chewed up enough that that's not gonna probably matter.
It sounds like it's not going to last very long. They've smelled you. They've sensed meat, and it looks. I mean, they noticed you.
All right.
An intelligence check.
Sorry, give me just a second. I'm on my inventory to just see what I had. No, that was a different character. Okay. All right. Intelligence check. Man, dice not with me tonight.
You believe that door is only going to stay possibly viable for about 5 or 6 rounds. Maybe a minute before you think they'll chew through it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take off down the hallway as fast as I can go. So that'd be 30, right? As I get to here, I'll yell to them, do not head east! Do not head east! And I'll keep running.
Another smoky tendril shoots out, bringing another body up from its corpse, leaving its head behind.
Let's get out.
Let's see. So, Fog Priestess, Agnar has left. So I guess they're going to rush over. This one's going to go over to Barclay. One that was pushed back. And this one's going to go over to between Oracly and Coral. And let's see how much movement they got. Oh, not much. So this one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15. This one is going to double move right about there. She will be unable to attack. So one hand reaches out to strike at Barclay, but a 7 is going to miss. And then I think I'm going to spread the love around. No, I can't spread the love around. The other Fog Priestess is going to try to smash Oracly. 19 for 3 points of damage on Oracly.
Man.
Getting smashed around.
A headless body just kind of double fist slams you right into the chest. All right, and now the main wispy lady gets to go. And she is going to look at Barclay, hatred in her eyes. Your god cannot save you. 14 to hit Barclay.
Yes, a 14 does hit.
All right, 3 points of damage, and you see the one that was hit by Agnar's shield right in front of you. Bruising begin to heal over. And Coral, it is your turn.
I step back one and whip forward and try to see if I can get an arm or a limb of this thing in the whip and barbs and see if I can drag it away from Oracly.
You will not be able to do that because you don't have a deed.
Okay. Well, whip it anyway.
All right. You can
Okay.
definitely do that. I mean, I know kind of like Indiana Jones mentality, but I would say that would be deeds. So.
Yeah. But I think it might arguably be a better distracting weapon than a sword would. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, so give me a tackle.
I mean, barbs do tend to be sticky, so.
Was that a hit?
12 is indeed a hit.
Should be.
So a 3.
All right, so again, the flesh, the whip rips through the small cotton gown and rips into the back of this headless body, tearing a line of blood down her back. Oracly, it's your turn.
Well, Oracle's kind of boxed in, so his original plan isn't really possible right now. He's
Well,
getting
if
beat
you
up like crazy.
if you leave, you're only going to get attacked by one of them because the other one's not in melee with you yet. It had to double move. And it did just get whipped, so you could try and kill it and then move.
Yeah, this one down here.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so he will attack the one to his south. That is an 18 to hit.
And 4 is going to be enough to kill it as your hand axe cuts into the stomach of the Mist Priestess.
Don't even need my second one then. And I will. I guess I can go to here.
And Barclay, you're up.
All right.
You're the only one left in the room.
Yep. I'm gonna strike the one that struck me. I'm gonna strike at it because I'm already engaged. So.
Actually, we got to go back to Oracly for a second. Oracly, the ghost tried to lash out at you last round, didn't she?
No, she whispered to Barkley.
Oh, that's right. She tried to hit Barclay. Okay.
No, she wasn't there. She was one over to the right.
Well, she had moved over to attack Barclay. I
No,
verbally
was there.
declared it. I verbally declared that.
Yeah, but Oracly was there where you just moved to. Oh.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Barclay, it is
How
your
do you
turn.
like that, Josh?
Mole mallet for a 15
yeah,
to hit.
mallet.
15 is going to hit, but 3 is not enough to kill it. You want to stay at 3.
Yeah, I'll stay at 3 and turn and run.
No. All right, so a fist, and not a huge fist, but a hard fist strikes you in the back. 14 to hit?
Yep.
5 points of damage.
Yeah, so let me just move myself back up here.
Oh,
so
no.
you can mark me down.
Oh,
All
no.
right.
Shit.
So Barclay has fallen. Blood gouting from Barclay's token. As the Mist Priestess just reaches his shoulders as he tries to run away. And you see the Mist Priestess's knee come up right in his lower back and pull him back, and you guys hear a cracking and a crunching sound as Barclay is bent back at a horrible angle, an inhuman angle, and then falls to the ground.
Can Oracly try and invoke Carpessa?
It might be a
can.
We're tight.
way.
We're tight. Can I just like yell out?
I will allow it, but it's going to be on a D14.
Just roll a D14.
Well, wait till your turn.
Okay.
Agnar, you're up.
Can I step in, grab Barkley, and drag him out of the room?
You can step in, grab Barclay, but you wouldn't be able to drag him. You can't move and then act and then move. You can't split up your movement.
It's gonna take the rest of you down if you come after me. I hate to say it, but it will.
Can I ask the ghost to give me Barkley?
He is ours now.
Shit.
What do you do, Agnar?
I'm thinking. Guys, got any ideas?
Situation looks dire.
What made you fast during that one game? Was it a potion?
Yeah, I used it.
Hmm.
I mean, we're clear of the room now, so
Yeah.
hence
I-
my Carpessa
My advice is
as a
stay
last
clear.
resort. We're just
Stay
gonna
clear.
die if we go back in there.
You are.
I mean, if we can win that fight, then we can roll the body, and potentially Barclay could live.
Hmm
But we have not been
I don't
able
know
to do
how to.
anything.
I don't know how to. Yeah, hit her though. Which is why I was trying to get to that face, but
Maybe if we destroy all the bodies, she'll just give up.
Give Agnar your whip. Maybe he can catch her with the whip.
That's.
Sure.
Can I try and catch Barkley's leg with the whip and then run away?
You can, because it is a deed.
All right, that's my deed. Let's see. Well, I'll just roll my
Roll-
regular attack.
Yeah, roll your regular attack and we'll see what happens.
Did I do it?
We'll see it.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, the deed goes off, but
Deed
he rolled
goes
so
off. Barclay's dead form is only a 10 AC, so Indiana Jones style, you whip the whip and pull it around the ankle.
yes.
And you see the barbs kind of lash in as Barclay's, body, his leg had kicked up. Immediately, and the barbs bite into Barclay's ankle, but Barclay feels no pain because his back has been broken. And you have the leg wrapped around the whip.
And I
The
just
whip-
I move away and run with it.
Barclay's body unceremoniously bumps off the concrete as he's being pulled and drug along. And eventually, you guys will pull him out of here. The corrupted rat swarm, you guys don't see it anymore, but you definitely hear a chewing and gnawing at the door.
Get out of this area and move to the.
The Sichi, you hear and pieces of wood, just being torn off. Let's see, where are we? Vasichi, it is your turn.
To the ladder, to the ladder. Last one up is egg of rot. Go, go, go.
Go, man.
I'm just making my move.
All right, are you moving?
Is that as far as I got with Barclay, or can I just? Someone else want to carry him?
I assume you just pulled him out of the door.
Okay. Quarrel could carry him, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so Vasichi double moves back into the prison area.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up towards that table that had the straw figure on it. Now that doll was like man size, right? Like full sized.
I don't think it was full size. I think it was
Okay.
regular doll size.
Was the table? I know the other ones were stone. Was that one also stone?
No, one was a wooden bed of nails, and the other one was like a stocks with a hole in it.
Oh, okay, I thought they were stone for some reason. The door that I just came through, does it open in or out?
Door that
I'm
you
sorry,
just
into the
came
hallway
through-
or out or into the room?
The door that you came through opens into the hallway.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just get to that table and pause there.
All right. You see the mist priestesses rush forward, arms reached out, then stop at the door. Two more from tables beyond. Quarrel can kind of see two more standing up at the far table.
Yeah, can't get through here, can ya?
The ghostly-like figure flies over the doors and screams, "Ah!" And she clasps her hands together, and the doors slam shut.
Not to nitpick, but isn't one door destroyed from Orkley?
Shh.
Yeah, that's what I was
It
thinking
is
too.
destroyed. So, kind of like the bottom half of it, there's still a huge hole in it, but
Yeah.
the doors have slammed shut. Well, the remnants of the door have slammed shut.
Mhm.
But
Hey,
yeah,
Vitani, check chat.
I'll give you guys a little window. All right, we're effectively out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
Can anyone do anything to help Barkley? Can we? If we retreat to this room over here?
Tim's throwing us a bone here when we go to do the roll the body roll.
What? Oh, you guys do have rerolls, and they're still sitting there.
Yeah, we do have free rolls.
At 2 rerolls.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Everybody's heading back toward the jail area.
Yeah, kind of head there for safety, and then I guess we technically roll the body, right?
Yeah. None of you guys have any healing. Barclay has a
I
luck of
don't.
like 5, I think. Do you
Yep.
want to Do you want to petition Carpessa?
Oh yeah, I totally still want to do that.
While they're doing all this, I'm gonna start moving stuff, like flip the tables over and trying to build a barricade in the door space there.
Understood.
Yeah, Oracle's like upset, like he's like visibly upset, like with Barkley going down, and he's just like crying out to be like, Carpessa, you have the power. Bring him back. He doesn't deserve this.
What's that blue liquid do? Can we figure out what that blue liquid in the that smells like dish soap?
I hand you the vial. Be my guest.
All right. Let's see. So, give me a roll. What did I say? A D14? Give me
Yeah.
a roll on a D14. See if your pleas are heard. Do you want to
7.
stay on a 7?
I mean, I have to.
What
All right.
about using the reroll?
Yeah, other
Want to
than
use a
reroll.
reroll?
Use the reroll.
Use the reroll.
I will
Party-
use it.
Party reroll gone.
12.
12. All right. Do you want to stay on a 12?
I mean, I have 2 luck. Can I burn it down to?
What does the
Zero?
player buff do?
You
Matt,
can burn down to
that Tim
0.
gave us?
All right,
It
I will
gives you
burn
a-
down to 0 to make that a 14.
Gives you a +1 to the roll. So that would be a 13 plus 4 more if you're going to burn 4 luck. Do you want to burn 1 or 2?
Burn both.
All right. So,
I can't use my own channel points, right, to help her?
No, you're in the game. So 17 total. +1 from Tim. He's trying to keep you guys alive. So that makes
Thanks,
it a
Tim.
13. Plus 4 is 17 total. You
Carpessa.
feel as you're gripping Barclay's holy symbol in your hands, holding his jar of seeds, rattling it like the way you've seen and heard him rattle it before. A hand on his chest, calling out to Carpessa. A greenish glow comes over his body as you feel for a heartbeat, praying that he's still alive. Barclay, I need you to make me a luck check. A D12.
All right, I'm just gonna roll that d12. My luck right now.
So normally it would be a D20, but because your prayers have been heard by Carpessa,
Yeah.
we'll make it easier for Barclay. Barclay has to roll a D12 and get under. Barclay, you have 5 luck.
A luck of 5 right now. Ooh,
right.
See what Carpessa says. Oh.
So roll me a d3. As Barclay is returned back to life. You're going to lose 1 point of strength permanently. You're going to be at a -4 on all your rolls for the next hour, I think. But you are alive.
Oh,
my God, Barkley.
what?
Oh,
What happened?
Carpessa, she saved you. I didn't think that would work. I just shook this and I did the things that you do, and oh, thank God.
Oh,
Thank Carpessa.
yes. Oh,
She,
praise
she meant
Carpessa.
thanks Carpessa. Thanks Carpessa.
And Vasici, you have moved the tables kind of over in front of the door, barricading yourselves inside. And what do you guys do now?
I think maybe we bit off more than we could chew.
Does that put me at one HP? Is that what it does?
Yeah, you're at 1 HP,
1 HP, yeah.
-1 strength permanently, and -4 to all rolls for the next
Yep.
hour.
I think we don't do anything for the next hour except for either find a better place to camp out.
Yeah, I don't. I would say hole up in that room, but there's holes in those rats are going to come through. Like we got to get out of here before those rats get to us.
What was the world like up above, going through like the wilderness and stuff? Was it pretty dangerous?
It's not great. Murder birds.
There was a murder beak. Lou, I'll read you kind of like a little intro to when you guys walked into the swamp. Let's see here. So you do have the Hag's house to the north that you guys have found, but
She seemed like she'd put us up for the night.
oh, I mean, it definitely does not seem like that, but you know. Let's see.
Wasn't she keen on Barkley though?
She did speak to Barclay. She was not keen on you, though.
Most people aren't.
Yeah, it's a common thing.
All right. Yeah. So the entire area is surrounded in like an ochre mist, very like an orange haze all throughout. There's several kind of there's swamp and muck everywhere. Reeds, very low kind of swampy brush. You didn't find any hostile creatures except for the murder beak, a huge bird, ginormous bird with a 40-foot wingspan, who almost killed Oracly. But otherwise, as soon as you stepped off the path, the mist, the ochre kind of fog, kind of sapped your strength, and it was very thick and hard to breathe. Flies and biting insects everywhere. So it's not great.
What do you guys think about holding up in the jail cell, shutting that secret passage down and locking the door with the key we got?
Those rats are going to come right through the bars.
What about just
I mean-
resting like up top, like outside, but in the temple?
Yeah, there's also there's all those diagonals. I think there's one opposite to this trapdoor. That maybe there's another trapdoor. I don't know whether I mean, maybe we shouldn't be poking around anymore, but that there could be.
All right, what's the plan?
I think we definitely go up out of the ladder, right? Because
Why don't we pause here for at least like a couple hours? Maybe get our rations out and we can probably
some
stave
rats.
off the rats for a little while.
you don't think they're going to come through the door?
I don't know. I just with Barkley on death's edge still, and that minus whatever it is, 2D or whatever. I think we need to get him in better shape before we move.
Let's make sure all the other doors are closed. and maybe even pull back into the cell, taking the key and locking the door and keeping an eye on that secret door that we know who's there. And yeah,
Yeah.
All right. So you guys heading back toward the cell?
yep.
All right. As you have made preparations and head back to the cell to get some much needed rest, you eat some pieces of jerky, chew on a few crackers, take some refreshing drinks from your water skins. So mark off a day's worth of ration and half your water skins. And probably about 20 minutes, you hear scratching at the door to the west, the one that you've barricaded.
You mean the east?
East, thank you.
Texas West?
Texas
Like
west.
like rat scratching or
It's scratching, definitely. Yeah, it's rats.
Rats. All right.
I'm not too concerned with rats.
I mean, we're
The,
not in
uh,
great
the-
shape. Let's.
No, but I mean, like they can get in.
What was
What
the
do we-
state of decay on the two bodies in here?
They have been chewed. One had a pretty broken leg, but they look relatively fresh, maybe 3 days old.
You guys want to push them out of the cell?
What
Oh
do we
yeah,
think
just in
the
case the rats
blue?
do get in, they'll go after the bodies instead, or at least first.
Perhaps, yeah.
That's
What
a good
about we
idea.
could sacrifice a gecko?
Oh,
Yeah,
fresh
throw the
meat.
geckos out there too.
What
And
do we
that
think the blue potion is?
all that smelled like pork. I bet they'd love that.
That was the doll, yeah.
All right, so you throw in the
Nice.
gecko bodies, like right about here, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
This attracts
And
more rats.
are you throwing the
Yeah.
two throwing the two dead guys over there as well?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
why
Like in the
not?
middle
of the
Pile
room
no
or
something.
pile.
Yeah.
Pile of meat. All
I'm
right,
taking off the chainmail, bringing it back to us.
All right, so you have some destroyed chainmail, and you guys wait about another 15 minutes, so it's been about 35 minutes total. And after a good 15 minutes of gnawing, you see some rats coming from the door. First, a few, and they come in, and their little noses are sniffing. You can see the pustules all over the body, and immediately they start heading toward the geckos, gnawing on the bodies.
Is it a shooting gallery time or?
Well,
At
I'm
that
wondering about
point-
oil. Does anybody have oil?
I'm gonna play my horn again to try and deter them.
So first, initially, a few came in, and then 5, and then 10, and then 20, until there's probably a huge swarm of about 100 rats, all immediately devouring the pile of meat that you have set out in front of them.
Let's get out of here.
All right,
Laughter, that's very
so
good, my friends.
what do you guys want to do now?
I think I
Barkley-
should blow my horn and then we just go up the ladder. Is my vote.
Yeah.
Anyone have fire, oil?
I've got fire, but I don't have oil. I just have torches and candles.
I have a flask of oil.
I mean, the only thing we got to worry about is like if the smoke kind of collects here, we might choke ourselves out. But I guess we can always go up the ladder
Yeah.
if that starts to.
Why don't
I
we
think
just
maybe
throw
we just
the
go up
oil?
the ladder.
I think throw the
Yeah.
oil. Everyone else up the ladder except someone who could probably get a good oil toss, and someone who could do a good torch toss, right?
I'm with Barkley though that if we're gonna go up the ladder anyhow, why waste the oil? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might as well just go up the ladder.
And let's go up the ladder.
You guys begin heading up the ladder. Let me move your tokens over there.
Maybe we need to go pay a visit to the hags. The hag again. I'll try and be nicer.
Oh, there's two of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They're
get rid
evil
of
doubles.
Now there's
Three!
3 of us.
It's a
Wrong
mirror of
button.
opposition or whatever. What's the one where it's like you get a
The multiverse.
Hey, you know, Agnar, you know what? You know what probably burns? This black tar goop.
Maybe.
If it does, we need to go back down to that room again.
we get like a is there any kind of something that would serve as a bucket to dip into the tar?
All right, you guys climb up the ladder, and it's been about 35, 40 minutes. Barclay has about 20 minutes left before he is effectively free of his penalty.
I'm gonna go last up the ladder, and I'm gonna get
We-
my rope back, unless there's
We have another
complications in that.
another trapdoor over here.
Agnar, give me an intelligence check, please. As
Who?
well as Agnar and Vasici. Give me intelligence checks.
What was my character sheet? I want to re-roll.
You have one, so go ahead.
I want a higher number, right?
You do want a higher number.
Yeah,
Higher number.
that's a higher number.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stay on nines?
Yeah, I'm kind of lower on luck than what I'd like to be, so I think I'm gonna hold with that.
I got 3 luck. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to rest.
Yeah. I mean,
But you may have noticed that I made luck checks for you and Vasici and Barclay near the beginning of this game. And as you come out in the shift of the light, you notice something's wrong with your shadows that you're casting upon the ground. The light here is very dim. It's early evening, and the sun is going down, and your shadows just seem a little bit longer than normal. And as you're inspecting them, shadows reach out and try to attack. Agnar, this is going to be yours.
No.
and
13 to
that's where we
hit.
end the session, right? So that Daphne can join us next time.
And Vasici, this one's going to be yours. But they are unsuccessful in reaching into you. And let's roll initiative.
Wasn't that their turn already?
Yeah, they got a surprise attack
Surprise.
because you did not notice them.
Wait for the tracker.
Here, it's up. Yeah, this module is brutal. And you know this is a funnel. I've only modified it slightly.
Really?
Is
Yeah.
it a funnel?
This is a
This makes
funnel.
more sense now.
I
You're
mean, the
supposed to
action
be
economy makes sense. Yeah.
Quirrell, you're going to be up first as you see these shadows extend and reach out and try to swipe and slash Agnar and Vasici.
I'm gonna draw my mithril longsword and see if I can run this one through.
All right, give me an attack roll. And
18.
18 hits. What are you rolling for damage on that? A D8?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to roll me a D6 instead.
Okay.
So the damage that you're going to inflict is going to be 2 dice down.
Do I get my strength?
You do. Yeah, you get your strength modifier.
Sick.
Actually, I was going to say it actually might be better. So you slash into this shadowy form, and you see the mithril hurts it. It whispers out in pain. Ah! Hissing. Barclay, it is your turn.
I'm still at -4, right?
You are for the next 15 minutes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna don't dare get near them, and I'm actually gonna just try and see if I can heal myself.
Go for it.
Gotta get to the right page. Class. Oh yeah, I need that.
Oh, that is a crit heal.
Nice.
So, I mean, I think we can safely assume you will be back up to full.
Back up to full. Well, I only have 6 anyways,
Yeah.
so it's like.
And you seem to be back in her good books, so that's good.
Yes.
The shadows reach out again, grabbing for Agnar. 15 to hit Agnar.
Yeah.
The shadow reaches in, and you feel its hands grip around your wrist, and you feel weaker as your strength goes down by 1. So mark your strength down, and
Okay.
the Sichi also tries to grab you, but it again is
He's 11.
unsuccessful. And
Do I get to go this turn, or?
yeah, you're gonna go right now. I don't know how you got. You must have rolled late.
Yeah.
So go ahead and go, and then I've
I'm
got
attacking
6.
with the torch.
Okay. A nat 20.
Nat 20.
So that's going to be
Nice.
a hit. Roll me a d4 damage. And now roll me your critical, please.
Let's see. Go to my kick sheet. All right, where am I looking for the crit?
It should be up
Oh, I
by
see.
your abilities, to the right of your abilities.
Right. It says D10, but it didn't have a button. Is that right? It's
It
for
doesn't.
D10?
Yeah.
Okay,
You gotta do it manually.
no problem.
Uh, 6, and your luck is 6 right now, so that's -2, I believe. So that would be a 4.
My luck's actually at a 9 right now.
Oh, at a 9. How do I
Yeah.
have you at 6?
I'm not sure. I've been trying to be pretty accurate with it. I normally
Alright.
have a 17. But...
Alright, a 6 on the critical table is foe is dazed by ferocious attack. His speed and actions are reduced by half. Alright, so the flame flares up into the shadow's face, and you see it kind of shrink down and get smaller. And it's definitely not liking the flames. Oracle, you're up next.
Orkley's gonna come over and help Agnar and just try and hit it. He doesn't
Alright,
really
go
have
for it.
anything special that. Yeah. He's still kind of shaken anyway, so he's just like, ah! So he'll swipe with his hand axe. 19 to hit
Ooh.
Hit.
for 8 damage, and
And
then.
what about your other one?
Oh no! Fumble.
You got to roll a 1 on both for it to be a fumble.
Oh, that's right. Yes, thank you.
All right, Agnar, it is your turn. So yeah, as you slice into it with your other hand axe, you see it shrink back into pain, and you almost see a tear in the shadow before it reforms. But it definitely looks diminished in size. Agnar, it is your turn.
All right, so I want to decapitate it or something. I don't know. Cut it in the face.
All right.
Nice roll.
He goes off. You slash through the shadow's neck, and it cuts through, and the head is separated by like an inch of space until the head becomes like a smoke almost and kind of wisps up into the air. And then the body also wisps up into smoke. That one is dead.
Good roll.
Basichi. Oh, and you.
Right.
Well, it's already dead. I was going to say you got a shield bash, but it's already dead. Basichi, it is your turn. Well, you can't attack the other one, so.
I get it.
Doing the torch again.
15 hits.
Nice.
1d4 damage. The dice have come back to your aid. It is still fighting for life, but it is dazed. Quarrel, it is your turn.
Swinging out again with the longsword.
Oh
21.
yeah.
All right. 2 on the crit table. What crit table are you on? You're at table 2.
Yep.
Slash to the head removes the foe's ear. Inflict an extra d6 and leave the enemy with a nasty scar.
Is that actually going to be a d6?
Yeah,
Or-
give me a d6.
That's 4.
So you slash upward, shaving off the ear of the shadow before you turn your blade at the last second and pierce through its head. The shadowy ear falls to the ground, and as the shadow itself wisps up into smoke and dissipates, shadowy ear remains on the floor. A prize for killing this creature with a critical
Awesome.
hit. All right, so you guys have defeated the 2 shadows that were attached to you this entire time. And what would you like to do now? You camping out here? Still got about 10 minutes left for Barclay to get past the -4 penalty. Do you
Do
guys
you think we
want to?
could make it to the guys? Do you think we could make it to the witch's place, or do you want to go somewhere else, or do you want to camp out
So
here?
let me move you
It's
guys
getting
over
nighttime,
to the
isn't it?
main map. It is getting nighttime. It is early evening. The sun is going down.
Happy hour.
So Lou, you guys are right in the center of the map right now, right here.
We're like a 5-minute walk from the witch's place, right?
It's a little bit more than that.
far.
And
15-minute walk.
in between here and there is where you got attacked by the murder beak. I will remind you of that.
Yeah.
What are the
Oracly
odds it's going to happen
remembers.
again?
Oracly's like, let's just stay here. Fine. Surely
You're
we've defeated the shadows. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You're going to be able to sleep with all of this. Do we still hear the din of distant past combat?
Do. Yeah. Now that
Think
you've
you're going to
come
be able
up,
to sleep with this?
and now you come up, you hear the soft
Barclay?
whisperings of combat again. Chink, chink, chink.
Oracly might be
Going
in
down
denial.
one of those.
Gotta sleep
What
somewhere.
about like the collapsed stairwells there that like go down and are choked with rubble? So we kind of only have one venue we got to worry about necessarily.
What about the
That's
portal
the-
that has a keyhole? How good
you
is
got the
our
key.
thief? Well, we got a thief.
We also have a key.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
let's check that key.
key isn't going to fit that keyhole, is it?
No.
The key to the cell. Are you gonna
Yeah.
try it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who is holding
That's
the key?
not resting.
The Sichi has it. I'm as good as I'm gonna get. I'm at full hit points right now.
Oh,
So I'll take the key and I'll slowly move it towards the keyhole. Does it even look like it's a possibility?
no, it does not look to be a size that would fit the keyhole.
All right.
Do we just
All
rest
right,
here?
so you want to rest here, or do you want to go
Yeah.
back down one of the other stairs, or what's the plan? Build a fire. I mean, this is 35 feet up in the air off the swamp ground with these steep stairs. There are 4 access points, but the walls above you, around you, are 10 feet high as well. So
We could
Oracly sits down in a corner and like roleplay wise, he's just sitting here. You shouldn't necessarily follow what he's doing, but he has 4 intelligence and 0 luck right now, and he's pretty shaken up. So he's just sitting against one of these stone walls.
Yeah, I think Barclay would go in down this one, which looks like there's only one way to get out, so that way you could just
Yeah.
all right.
That's where all the ochre smoke is coming from. You don't want to go down there.
Oh, is that the one the
That's-
smoke's coming from? All right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And now that you've kind of approached it, let me read you what you see. Brownish yellow mist erupts skyward from the stairway, feeding into and thickening the fog surrounding the fen. The base of the stairs is obscured by the swirling vapor. The stairway has been blackened by a substance that likely flowed down into the chimney long ago.
What do you
And
guys
it's
think
not the same.
about?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just
Uh,
gonna say we could maybe camp out on top of that trapdoor.
It's a nice little cubby right there. Agnar, you do get a small scent of gold coming from the northeastern through the misty smoke.
Is it the same color smoke that was erupting from the heads and whatever?
It is the same color.
Yeah,
And yeah, so that's probably.
that's
Hey,
you can
maybe we
tell,
could get-
right? We went down the trapdoor here. This is
Yeah.
where the
Yeah.
All right, so
sorry.
Barclay, where are you camping?
I'll go back over here and
All
I
right,
think back
Agnar,
there. What do you all think?
where are you camping?
That
Yeah, I would say we could all probably camp together and put take a blanket or two and kind of create some like a tent-y thing to hide our.
We're just gonna have a big puppy pile in that corner there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The Sichi and Quarrel, where are you guys camping?
Yeah, I don't know
I
how
don't
much
know. Let's
sleep I need necessarily as an elf, but I'll kind of stand guard when the kind of the most wounded people are sleeping, and then if maybe later in the night people wake up, I go take a shift in there.
I know that elves didn't need sleep in other versions of D&D, but I think you need sleep in DCC. I mean, to be well rested. So you guys camp for the evening. Are you building a fire? Do you have materials to build a fire?
Aren't we in a
what are
swamp?
temperatures like?
Yeah, the cold.
It is humid. It is humid. It's muggy and hot.
I think
it's
we're
not
good without the
necessarily.
fire.
No fire.
All right, I was just checking. So you guys sleep for the night. We are at time. We won't find out. We'll find out if anything happens during the night next session. But the one thing I will leave you with, as the first bit of sleep comes to your eye, are you setting a watch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is on first watch?
I will stay
Coral,
up.
I think.
Quarrel and anyone else?
We figure just one person per watch. I mean, that's what I was thinking.
All right. Who's on second watch?
I'll take second.
Who's on third?
Agnar.
Is there going to be a fourth? And if so, who is on it?
Does there need to be a fourth?
That's up to you guys.
So, like, if we did 3-hour watches, that's 9 hours of time
Yeah, let's
for
let the
3 of us.
sleep
Yeah.
the whole way.
So as the first remnants of sleep come over you, and for moments the fitful nightmares that you have fade away, and you get a few moments of restful sleep. Quarrel, during your first watch, you hear a familiar scratching sound at the trap door that you guys are camped on top of.
Come on.
And then you think to yourself, oh crap, did we leave that rope tied up?
Nope,
And
We
can
didn't.
rats climb ropes?
we didn't leave the rope tied
I,
up.
Sichi
I
took
did
the rope.
specifically say I was taking it. I even unmarked it on
Did
my
you say you were
inventory.
taking the rope?
You
He
did.
100% said
You-
that he
Oh,
was.
And it was
video.
get
funny
out
because
of
I'm
here.
gonna go
I
back
did.
in the
I'm gonna go
video.
back and watch it. I did not hear
He
that.
said it.
I did. And I
He
changed
said
it on
it.
my
I
inventory
didn't-
from saying on ladder to being just
All
normal.
right, I didn't hear it. Good call, good call. So in that case, you don't hear the scratching. Well, we'll see. Maybe you might hear the scratching. But thanks for watching, everybody, tonight. I hope you enjoyed this DCC live play. As the players are trapped in the Shrouded Fen, will they escape? We'll find out in 2 weeks. Y'all have a good
Can we
night.
shout out the Ether meet next Saturday for the Crawl for the Cure?
Crawl for the Cure. Ether Meet is next Saturday on DCC Mayhem. Is that the Twitch channel? I believe.
Good question.
It is DCC Mayhem Twitch channel. There is going to be some awesome games. Lou, I think you're running an MCC game. Is that correct?
Well, I got preempted by this guy named Santa Claus. He's gonna take over that spot. So, but I know there's lots of good prizes for donors. They do drawings every hour. It's all for the American Cancer Association, or society, whatever that is. But
And,
yeah, so watch it, donate, have fun, guys. Next Saturday, all day long. Good stuff.
And I'm actually going to be in one or two of those games, so you guys can see me in action as a player
Nice.
and watch how I rest.
See how it's done.
See how it's done when I'm about to die over and over. I'm going to be like, I rest. All right. Otherwise, PAX Unplugged is this weekend in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you guys are near it, go hit up the Goodman Games booth. They will be there. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks.